let's jump into things with Jayden Daniels first up. What do we know about him? The media didn't see him out practicing on Friday, and we heard he was mentally preparing or preparing mentally, as Dan Quinn said, giving me an idea for a new racehorse name should I ever own one, like I guess like your colleague, our colleague Ian. What do you think here about Jayden Daniels, Tom?
Jayden Daniels is not going to start on Sunday. It's going to be Marcus Mariota for the Commanders against the Raiders. Daniels was able to get out there after the media viewing period. He did a little on the field, but you go back to what Dan Quinn said at the start of the week, which was they were going to proceed with caution. They had to see him practice in order to play. Well, he got, again, some limited type of activity today, but clearly not enough. They also made very clear, DQ did, that they weren't going to put Daniels on the field unless he was full go. So all those things together obviously got you to the point where they feel most confident moving forward with Marcus Mariota. So Marcus Mariota's played on enough teams now that we could have any number of revenge games around the league. This is certainly one of them. He was a member of the Raiders at one time. He'll be out there against Las Vegas.
Okay, so there's a question looking back, and now there's a question looking forward. First up, the question looking back. When did this happen in the Thursday nighter game in Green Bay? Do we know when this happened?
It was a play where he got tackled awkwardly from behind. It was in I believe the second or third quarter. He just kind of got wrapped up. He came up limping a little bit. He did have a wrap on it in the locker room after the game. They MRI'd him. It's a knee sprain. So there is a ligament involved here. It's not something that's expected to be long term. I would not anticipate Jayden Daniels goes on injured reserve. He may well be back in week 4. But it makes sense. I mean, we don't have to bring up the comparisons to another young, bright Washington quarterback who had a knee injury and they rolled him out on the field. It made it worse, and his career was never the same again. Obviously, Commanders fans don't need to, relive RG3 all over again. But this is not that injury. This is not as significant. This is very much a conscious decision that, yes, if this were a playoff game, maybe the decision-making is different. But it's week 3. There's a long way to go for a team with high expectations. So hold Jayden Daniels back this week. He'd probably put himself on the field if it were solely up to him, but hold him back right now, get him fully healthy, and I would anticipate in the coming weeks here he'll be ready to roll.
Well, I mean, the next 2 games for Washington are against 2 teams that in the first couple weeks of the season have shown some pass rush, to say the least, at Atlanta, at the Chargers, Tom. So you think it's possible he's back for week 4 at Atlanta?
Well, Raiders also have Max Crosby, who can make your life miserable regardless of how mobile you are.
Right.
Back in there in the pocket. But, it certainly seems like this is a day-to-day type of a situation.
Okay.
They gave him the week. He was able to get out there a little bit today, not enough to convince them. So Mario gets to go on Sunday.
Okay, before we continue on with any other injuries of note to keep an eye on in week 3, Tom Pelissero here on the Rich Eisen Show. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.